Alright, today's video we're going to talk a little bit about what stuff we bring with in our rigs and in our tow rigs when we go on our bigger trips. So this is just me and Josh. We filmed a couple clips as we're packing up for our next trip. But also in today's video, our friends over at Kemimoto sent us some goods. A little something for the X3 and a little something for Josh's rig. So let's get started unboxing the stuff for the X3 and let's see what we got. Alright, so this thing is a ATV storage bag. It's actually meant for like the front or rear rack of an ATV for storage. You can kind of see it in a picture here on the instructions. That's like behind the seat of an ATV. But I was looking at the dimensions. It looked like it would fit good in the bed of an X3 with a lowered cage, as you guys know. I'm running an aftermarket cage, so I didn't want to do a big giant storage container. However, if you are running a stock cage, they do make a nice storage container that goes right into the Can-am bed and looks good, but it was just a little bit too tall for my liking. But we're gonna get this thing thrown together and see if we can attach it in the X3 and make it work in the bed of that thing. Looks pretty legit though so far. It's got some stuff on the top here if you want to shove some stuff in it, but we'll get it assembled here quick and then we'll check it out. Alright, so the way this thing attaches is it's got some like tethered straps like this, and they are looped on the bottom side. If I could use this one-handed, it'd be easier because I'm holding the camera with the other. But it's got this loop here where you can wrap it around a bar or some sort. The way I chose to do it, I actually had this light bar mounted here already for reverse lights. So I took the screw out, I fed that tether through there. So now I've got it wrapped here. So like for example, this one, we'll just connect right in here, get these tightened down. Did the same on this side. And there you go. And then on the back, I actually went ahead and used some, you can kind of see it there, it's a 2-hole strap for conduit is actually what it is. I mean, you could use so many different things. I'm just showing you what I decided to use in this application. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is actually made for ATV racks, so it would work much better in that case. But what I'm here showing is that you can pretty much use it on anything with a little bit of creativity, which is what I'm doing here. I just liked it because it's a soft bag, and hopefully in rollovers and stuff, which you guys know we do that quite often, that hopefully it'll just kind of give. It's lower profile, it looks better, and I wanted something that was easily removable. Whereas my old box was actually screwed through the bed, so it wasn't very removable for cleaning and maintenance and etc. So yeah, anyways, I used 2-hole straps for conduit. You can get it at literally Menards, Home Depot, any hardware store. They're a couple dollars. And then I screwed them through the plastic here, just made sure there was nothing on the back side of the plastic, obviously. And then that's what the strap is going on there. I did the same thing over here. You can see this, the 2-hole strap. Plug that in there. So this thing does have another point off the back and the front. I'm not too sure if I'm going to use them just yet. I think I'm going to see how it does with the 4 points and the 4 corners. Just works out good for my application. So we'll see how it does. I'm gonna try out 4 and go from there. But another cool thing that I like about it is if you, let's say you want to race your side-by-side or multi-purpose, so like something like this is nice to have when you're doing big trips down in the mountains and you want to pack decent amount of stuff, recovery gear, lunch, you know, tools, anything, cold weather gear, hoodies, t-shirts, you guys know you bring a lot of stuff with. So but then you go, let's say you want to do a fair race or something, or go rip some a motocross track with these things, you know, which we don't do too often. We definitely don't film it, but we might get into it a little bit more one day, who knows. But it's cool because you could just clip these things off on all 4 corners. This whole bag will be removable. So also cool for washing it, like I mentioned. You get the thing out and actually clean the bed, whereas before I couldn't clean behind or underneath that thing. Plus, I think it looks way better. Super low profile, fits the bed of the X3 perfect with a lower cage. It's below the roof line, below these tubes here. Should be well protected. So we'll see how it does. I'm gonna get these straps all tightened down, then I'll give you guys a look at what I put inside of it and what kind of storage you can have in these things. All right guys, well here it is. Got her all installed, tightened down. I'll give you guys a quick look at what's inside. Inside of this thing, it's got a bunch of different pockets here. Got these little things for tools, flashlight, whatever. Got these like netting pockets, basically a bunch of storage up there. And then this lunchbox actually came with this cooler. So it's got a soft lunchbox that fits inside of here. Pretty cool for your sandwiches or your beverages, you know, whatever you might be drinking on the trail. And then just some few things that it came with two dividers, so you could divide this up however you want. I'm not gonna run them because I pretty much use it as just a general storage anyways, and if I want something divided up, I'll put it up there. But I keep this tool bag in here. It's pretty much just some general tools. I'll open it up for you guys, show you kind of what I bring. Here's like the Can-am tool kit that comes with the machine. I got some tire plugs right here, some more plugs. Got my tire plug tools right here. Tire air pressure gauge. I keep a little coil of wire. Never know when you might need a hot wire or something. Some tie wire, because you never know when you might need that to get off the trail. Some channel locks, an adjustable wrench, a small pry bar, some pliers here, some diagonal cutters, just a plethora of random garbage basically. Nothing too major. I keep the stuff that's needed to take the belt cover off the X3. A little bit easier than the factory tool, I should say. But some electrical tape, some hose clamps. These work good for axle boots actually, these bigger hose clamps. You guys can kind of see, I keep a little bit of everything in here. Just kind of my little go-to bag to hopefully get me off the trail, or, you know, get me back to camp is the goal anyways. And usually, honestly, it really depends what kind of trip we're on. Also, if we're doing like a big far away, not far away but far from camp type trip, like at Windrock, where you're gone literally all night long, all day, all night, you know, the whole deal, I'll pack a little bit more probably. But these days we've kind of lightened the load. I mean, the rigs are pretty built, and we've usually got a legit sized crew to where we'll get it figured out. We'll get it back to camp. But aside from this little tool bag that I got here, I got a belt, factory OEM belt. That's what I run. I got my wired winch controller. I've never used it because I've got a winch switch like in the dash, but in case the rig's upside down or something, you can plug this into the side of the winch, go from there. I've got 2 tree savers, 1 old school tow strap, 2 bungee cords, a ratchet strap, a couple D-rings, clevises, whatever you want to call them, and then that's about it. So I might run this cooler in here for some sandwiches or whatever. Haven't decided. Like I said, all depends on the trip. If we're gonna eat lunch back at camp, then I won't bring a lunchbox. You know what I mean? But for me personally, I might run some coolers, or I might throw some cameras and stuff in there. I'm waiting on a little Pelican box, actually switching up my storage for the cameras. So, but yeah, that's what I keep in the rig. And then obviously a belt changing tool as well, which I believe is in my glove box. At least that's where it should be, and it's not. So it's a good thing I made this video, because now I need to find my belt changing tool. I don't know where that went, but it's probably in that bag. I just didn't see it. But anyways, I'm continuing to pack up for our next trip, so I'm gonna get a pile together of other stuff that I bring, just not on the trail, and I'll give you guys a quick glance at what that is. A couple other things I forgot to mention that we always keep on the trails with us. It depends what rig it's in. So like for example, we always keep some custom splice recovery gear soft shackles, a kinetic energy bubble rope, and a snatch block or pulley, whatever you want to call it. So I keep this in the back of my rig. So I'm throwing that in there now with the other recovery gear you guys saw. And then all depends what machine's on the trails. So for example, if the Talon's not going on the trails, I'll throw this stuff in the X3. Billy's also got a rope in his rig, and then Josh usually carries a strap or something in his rig too. So that is our go-to recovery gear, is the custom splice stuff. We love the soft shackles. It's super light, easy to get to. You can throw them somewhere where it's quick access for recovery. But anyways, shout out to Kemimoto for helping us out on this storage box for the X3. So if you guys are looking for one, there's a coupon code down below in the description. And we're gonna throw this video off to Josh. So he's gonna install some goodies on the Turbo S that he's got, and we'll see what he's got.
All right, what's up guys? We're in my garage now. Just got this awesome package from Kemimoto. Yeah, we're gonna see what happens here. Just open her up. So, this is nice and hard to do one-handed, just so you know. But it is a tablet mount holder slash glove box. Looks pretty nice actually. So it's gonna replace my metal pan rigged up mount with something that's pretty legit here and gives me a glove box. Pretty excited. Let me just toss this in and see what happens. All right, so here we have the old one and the new one. So you can see they both fit an 8-inch tablet, but the Kemimoto one here wins on all platforms because push this nice button that says push on it. Check it out, glove box, sick. Then just twist this little knob thingy dingy here. It adjusts. Bada bing, bada boom. Look at that. I mean, I don't know if you guys want a TV in this thing, but here you go. You could pretty much have one. Well, just so you guys can see, hack this away. Put one of these nice little clips in to put a bolt both sides. Then utilize these two holes with these nice little plastic guys. You literally just push it in just like that. Now she's ready to just screw in there, and you got a glove box, 4 easy screws to access all your nightmare of wearing, and clearly see how dirty this stuff gets, even though, well, I won't say she's a show car, you know, she's a roll car. All right, here's the instructions it comes with. Detailed, great, simple. Comes with some sticky tape foam to help seal this up. Comes with some screws, push pins, and a nice baggie. There it fits great. Push pins go on top. It's little inserts with the screws going right here and here. Fitment's great. I mean, it's sick. This is for us without that fancy ride command screen, and I mean, this does everything I need it to do. It's sick. So now for my application, since we all know that I like to roll over and stuff, I'm going to be putting bolts in the top just because I want some added safety for the tablet to stay in the mount, and, you know, glove box to stay in there in case things get a little violent on me here when I'm hucking this thing at Hawk Pride. All right, so my tablet's in. Check it out. She's solid. Push this nice button again, like previously said. tips down, get a glove box, put your kids' fruit snacks in there, you know, your fruit snacks, cigarettes, I don't know, whatever you guys want in there is fine with me. Can adjust it right here with this knob, real simple, tighten it down for a fairly large tablet. I mean, I know some of you guys out there like me gotta watch that Paw Patrol and Cocomelon and Baby Shark while you're out here wheeling, so it's a great point. I mean, thanks a lot, Kemimoto, for sending and creating such a great product for me instead of having to just cobble something together so I could get my own mapping, which, by the way, I use Lifetime Trail Maps. Works great. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully this goes back to Justin for some, I don't know what kind of content. All right, real quick before I forget, because I know people are curious, I carry a fire extinguisher. I'm sure everyone sees it. I drive a Polaris. I mean, the joke's already there. You make that call. I've also melted my airbox. Stuff can happen regardless, whether it's leaves getting on the hot exhaust pipe. I mean, hate to lose such a expensive machine over something silly. But anyway, I also carry this lovely socket and ratchet just in case my RCV driveshaft bolts decide to come a little loose. That way at least I can tighten it. Or because now that I'm spooled, I could unbolt the driveshaft in case I detonate some front diff stuff, you know, and you're stuck way out there. I carry my tuner for whatever reason, pull code or something, just to see. Socket, just in case. I carry some custom splice stickers, so if you're ever out on the trail and see me, hit me up, I'll give you a couple of them stickers. There's a belt, and I carry a tire slime plug patch kit. I carry 2 shackles and a snatch block within reach on the harness. That way when I'm in some messed up situation, I can easily grab it. I mean, that's about all that I usually carry with me. Normally I have a strap here, but I'm about to clean this thing again, get her all nice and pretty just to beat her down once more. What else I carry though is a toolbox. I bring this with me in the truck. I have tire rods, front and rear axle, front knuckles, another belt, winch rope, first aid kit, diff, clutch puller, ball joints, wheel bearings. I mean, I bring quite a bit of stuff that in case something stupid happens, I can fix it. But that being said, not every time you get to fix something that you break. So, yeah. All right, well, that's usually all I bring. Big fan of the soft shackle, no hook stuff. Lots of energy stored in that stuff to make a bad day one day. Hopefully not for anyone, but it can happen.